Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing a video of the Hyper Tough 4-piece tool set from Walmart or wherever you happen to be getting it from. I have waited over a year to do this video because I was excited to get this tool set. I got it on sale for 45 bucks, but I thought, how good could it actually be? So I decided to wait, see if anything broke it, and then do a video of it a year later. So that's exactly what I've done. We are at the year mark of when I bought this toolkit. I have used these on a ton of projects over the past year. Pretty much abused them as much as I can possibly do that around the house and the shop. And overall, pretty good. I think the toolkit now has gone up in price. I think it's around $80, so I'll leave that up to you for that price. But let's give you the pros and cons of this kit on each and every tool. Starting off, what do you get? You get a drill, you get a flashlight, you get an impact driver, you get a Sawzall, and you get 2 batteries. These are 20-volt batteries, 1.5 amp hour lifespan. Now, these will fit anything in the Hyper Tough lineup, which is phenomenal. They have a huge lineup featuring circular saws and all sorts of stuff, including a bigger version of this particular drill with a 1/2-inch chuck. So, talking about the drill, you guys who have been watching my channel for a while will realize that I did a review of this drill compared to the Warrior drill, and you can watch that for my opinion of it overall. But quick facts and features on this drill. You get a light that's down at the bottom, which I don't like because if you're drilling over a board, you can't see what you're drilling, so kind of a downside there. And overall, the drill is a little bit underpowered. You hook anything bigger than like a 1/2-inch wood bit on this, it's going to have a hard time. You try to go a 3-inch deck screw straight into the wood, it's going to have a hard time. 2-inch deck screw, no problem. 3-inch, kind of trouble. So a little bit underpowered overall for around the house. Fine, works out great. Ergonomically, solid. Hand grip's sometimes a little small, but not too bad overall. I like it. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 rating, just on the underpowered and the light being in a goofy spot. You can watch my video comparing it to the Warrior for more details on all the other features. The light. How can you go wrong with flashlight? They are so fun to wave around and shine at everybody. Also, this one has an annoying feature you can harass people with, which is the splashy thing that, I don't know why they include it, but I like to shine it at people in the shop and get them really ticked off. So, works out good for that. Anyway, back on the regular light mode, you can zoom this in or out for what you're working on. And this is phenomenal. I like to take this and set it somewhere when I'm working at night, like on the ground, and then you can angle the head so that it points at whatever you happen to be doing. Now you can angle this all the way so it's straight up. So if you're working on the ceiling, you can set this on the floor and it'll shine straight up, or you can hold it this way like a regular flashlight. But I really like that this head angles. I love the zoom feature on it, something I haven't seen before, so definitely good there. You also get this little hangy thing that I guess you can hang it from hooks or something. Maybe. Not really sure. I haven't had a use for that. No side clip on it, so you can't clip it to your belt, unfortunately. Moving along, impact driver. How bad could it be was my question when I bought the kit, and actually it's not bad at all. It's worked great. I love it. I use it all the time. For those of you not familiar with what an impact driver is or are just getting into the market, an impact driver does not have a regular drill chuck on it. Instead, it has this little mechanism here that you pull out, and it allows the bit to release from this hexagon holding device, which, as you can tell, has not stripped out at all, which is phenomenal. So we can put this back in and pull out and then push in, so it will not release the bit at all, which is really good. Now, what an impact driver does is it's got a little mechanism in here, kind of like a hammer that goes boop, 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 and it loosens up bolts that are frozen solid by adding the vibration to them as it's turning. So, really handy feature if you're just getting into doing mechanic stuff. Highly recommend an impact driver. I love these things. I use it on my John Deere all the time when I'm working on it. And I've had probably the hardest test for this is I've put it on a 1/2-inch bolt that was completely, I couldn't get it off with my ratchet. And put this on there, pulls it right off, no problem. Really good around the shop, no issues whatsoever. It's got a metal front end. Ergonomically, it's pretty solid. You've got a bit clip in the back for an extra bit. Again, flashlight kind of in the wrong location, but for the price, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Had no issues with it whatsoever so far over the past year. Now we come to my favorite tool, the Sawzall. I absolutely love this cordless Sawzall. I cannot say enough good things about it. Right off the bat, I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 5. I love this thing. It's lightweight, it's portable, and it's budget friendly, and it's cordless. What can possibly be better than that? When I got the kit, I thought this would break within 2 weeks of use. So I took it out, I put it on 6-inch tree branches, cut them just fine. Then I was like, well, how about 2x4s? Cut them just fine. Then over the year, I put it down in mud, cut stuff that way, still fine. And then I was like, well, let's get some metal bit, put some metal bits in it and cut metal. Put metal bits in it, cut metal just fine. So, love this thing. Had no issues with it whatsoever. Is far better than I could have possibly thought it being. Really, really impressed overall. Ergonomically, you've got a nice grip up on front, so you can grab it, hold it nice and steady. Back, you've got a pistol grip, which is really good. Doesn't fall out of your hand at all. Love that feature. You've got a safety here on the top. And up at the front, again, you've got a quick change bit. So you turn it, pop the bit out, turn it again, pop the bit in, and you've got a flashlight right there. I really like this. Now, when I picked up this, because I really wanted to try out the Sawzall in particular, I got one of these 3-piece bit sets for the Sawzall, or blade sets, excuse me. You get some wood blades, you get a wood slash semi, like tighter grain wood if you want like a finer cut. These have a finer tooth on them, so I normally use the coarse tooth for outside, I use the finer tooth for my inside 2x4s, and then you get some metal blades. All of these blades overall have worked fine. They don't last a super long time, but you put them in, and for doing just 1 or 2 jobs, they work out great. No problems with them whatsoever. For $10, can't go wrong in my opinion for this set. Like the blades a lot. Love the Sawzall. Final details to touch on in this kit. The battery charger you get is this little thing right here, which you just clip the battery into. And as you can tell, it turns red when it's charging, and it'll turn green when it's done. Very basic. They do sell a desk mount wall charger for this that you can have as well, that you just clip the battery into and then pop it off of. I have seen no reason to get that around the house. I like the fact that this store is a lot easier. But if you want it, it is out there, and you can definitely go that route. Now, overall, for the price, for $45, definitely get this if it's on sale. For the higher price it's back at, I don't know, I'm going to leave that up to you guys. You can comment below with what your opinion is of it and possible other solutions. One advantage this kit has over every other thing that I've seen in the budget market that you could piece together is the fact that you can use these batteries on their entire lineup. There's not really another budget-friendly lineup out there that for $80 or for $45, you can take the batteries off and use it on a circular saw, you can use it on a drill, you can use it on a half-inch drill, an impact drive, or a Sawzall, whereas their kit, you can do that. So that's one big plus to this, is the interchangeability of the batteries. Now, on an individual tool level, yes, you could probably track down some stuff. However, I don't know of any Sawzall that you can track down that's cordless in the low budget range. It's under $100. And this one you can buy by itself, I think is around $35. So I love this kit. It's a great budget solution for what you as a homeowner or what me as a homeowner is looking for. So I like that. Love this kit overall. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 rating for everything in here. Yeah, good kit. Solid. Obviously, it's not for like industrial use, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my other videos on this drill in particular compared to the Warrior, which is another phenomenal budget-friendly drill solution. And you can also check out all my cool videos on bike builds. I built a mech suit recently. I've built tons and tons of other stuff out there. So check out my channel. Be sure to subscribe. Patriot Contraptions, hoping you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next episode.